Hey everybody, it's Max with PhoneArena.com. We are at Google I/O here in San Francisco, California. I'm with Lauren from Motorola. We're going to get a little bit of a more in-depth demonstration of the Moto 360 smartwatch, which is paired to a demo Moto X. Hi Lauren.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
Are you having fun?
Here. Oh, wonderful.
I know, it's fun. It's like a festival in this place, isn't it?
It's been an exciting 2 days.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So go ahead and take us through your rundown. You know, I got to do a hands-on briefly with you yesterday. Obviously, we're not talking a lot of specs, but just show us Motorola's vision of the Android Wear experience.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Well, what you'll notice first about Moto 360 is the design and the premium materials that we're using. We have genuine leather straps, stainless steel, you'll notice here, and a couple of the other models, we have black leather here and a different finish that's black around here. Something that Motorola was thinking about when they designed this watch is they wanted to create a modern timepiece. And so you'll notice there are elements like the side button, which you would see on a watch. And so when you're walking around with this piece, it looks very much like a watch that you would buy. The functionality for this button here on the side is it'll turn your display on. We'll also turn your display off. There's also a gesture. You want me to show this?
Sure.
But when you have your hand at your side, here,
yep.
And when you come up here to look at your watch, the watch is smart enough that it knows that you're interested in some content on that watch and will highlight for you.
And a clue for you keen listening audience, that means that there are accelerometers and sensors on board. We just don't know how many and to what degree that they are. Continue.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because Motorola is not talking to us about that yet. But
the next thing you'll notice is just how beautiful and bright the display is. And something that Motorola has been focusing on, you'll see it in our mobile devices, and you certainly see here too, is the edge-to-edge display.
Right.
So we're really trying to maximize the display-to-surface ratio going all the way to the edge.
Is this an LED or an AMOLED?
So we're not sharing those details today.
Wow, okay. Sorry about that. I thought that was public knowledge. Okay, keep going.
Closer to launch, we'll be sharing.
It's pretty clear, and the colors are pretty pop. I mean, it's bright like an LED, but the colors pop out like an AMOLED, so it's anyone's guess, folks.
You also have the opportunity from this view to change the face.
Yep.
There are several watch faces that have been designed by the Motorola 360 team.
Yep.
And there's also a variety of faces that have been designed by the Android Wear team. Here's an example of pictures where the pictures rotate behind you.
Right.
Now you'll notice that you have a notification down at the bottom. Should you want to turn that off, you can pull down and clear notifications.
Right.
And your watch serves as a watch, tells the time beautifully for you, as it does here, and you're free of notifications. And you can think of a setting where you're at dinner or you're at work and you may not want watch buzzing or notifications coming up, and then you just pull down again, and you can turn notifications back on.
Cool. So speaking of notifications, so you did have one there from your demo friend Alice.
That's right.
So you have the notification. What are you going to do with it?
So you can pull up to read the Google Hangout message that I have. So don't forget your passport.
Right.
And then I can scroll left, and I can actually reply to Alice if I want to. And when I hit reply, you see again we are in a demo mode.
Right.
It's confirming that it's reply, but then on our phone you'll see that a demo has been sent via my phone. So you can see it here on the Moto X.
So those are, and for the audience, that's just a feature that we're not getting to the depth to because we're in a demo mode. But we know the functionality of Android Wear will enable responses from the watch, or at least you can initiate a reply and push it to the phone so you can finish it from the phone. So, all right, on to the next, Lauren.
Right. So I've just been scrolling through some additional cards that I have on my device. This is information on a flight that's scheduled. If you're familiar with Google Now, you'd be familiar with this information being pulled from your email. Here's a calendar entry. You can see details on that.
Basically the same.
Traffic, so if you've set your home and your work,
right.
if you've set your home and your work, it'll give you details on how long it will take to get to your home. And then some of the cards have been designed so that there's additional functionality when you swipe left, and you can open on your phone. So when you click this, it'll push the information. The Wi-Fi has been a little challenging here, so we haven't been connecting, but it will open on your phone and provide more details there.
So if you initiate a navigation session on the watch, then you have the ability to push that to the phone so you can see more or just have a bigger screen. One thing that's going to be of interest to people, because one of the selling points from the competition has been that their rectangular or square shape lends for less wasted space on the display, because you can maximize it because everything's based on a paper or a card. This round display makes remarkably good use of the space, and I think that's obviously because the diameter of the display is ostensibly a little bigger than the diagonal of the rectangular displays from Samsung and LG. So if people are wondering about that, I probably wouldn't get too much heartache about that, because that's a pretty impressive looking display, and it's a good use of space. It doesn't look like there's nothing crowded. It's pretty cool. So what's next?
What is next?
That we can do in demo.
Well, I'll show you again. The Wi-Fi's been a little iffy here, but we can talk about Google Voice and being able to give commands to your phone. So when you say "Okay Google," I'll just now talk through what would happen. You say "Okay Google" and it triggers Speak Now. Is you give a command like navigate to, or you can ask a question like how many ounces in a cup.
Right.
And then it will pull up the information on your phone. Now, if there are certain questions that you ask that will give you another screen. So let's see. We'll see how.
Well, it's disconnected, so it's going to be hard.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi has been really
It's really
spotty.
been quite rough. We'll give it one try and see.
One try and see what happens,
okay.
folks.
Okay, Google. How tall is Barack Obama?
Is it just doing the wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's sending the packet up to Google, and that's what requires the internet, and then
Yeah, so we're stuck here in the loop because it doesn't have the pipeline to get up here. We have about 6,000 people 6,000 people have overcome a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi signal throughout Moscone Center, folks. So now you know why sometimes you lose a phone call. But anyway, so that explains, I think, in pretty good, what we have to look forward to. It is coming later this summer.
That's right.
No official specs are being acknowledged at this time, other than its watch.
Other than what we've shared with you, that is correct.
And it runs Android Wear. So the user experience is nice, but the round form factor does give it a distinct look and an interesting design setup to use. And as you can see, folks, it makes pretty good use of the space. We can hypothesize right now that, given on the competition and Android Wear seems to be running a consistent user experience, if I had to guess, we're probably looking at a Qualcomm type processor, maybe a Snapdragon 400. If I had to guess, 520 megabytes of RAM, maybe 4 gigs of storage. We don't know. Nobody's saying. What we do know is that this is coming out later this summer. But we don't know exactly what month.
Correct.
Is there even a target that's been acknowledged? No? Okay. So, later this summer, folks, you're waiting just like the rest of the world here, because this is the device that's generated a lot of interest here at Google I/O. Keep checking back with us at phonearena.com. Thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome.
And thanks, Motorola. Keep checking back with phonearena.com for more from Google I/O 2014 in San Francisco.